It's one of the most brilliant plays I've ever read, and it's so funny, but it's so full of meaning, basically. Very approachable, by one of those great plays written by Lee Hall, who wrote Billy Elliot. It's about bringing art to people who don't normally get offered the chance, you know.
It starts in 1934, and it's a group of miners who used to go to a hut in Ashington to take part in what was called the Workers' Education Association. It was educating themselves. These are guys who had very little. They don't no money, so they worked, and that was all they had, really. So a way of doing something else and making something better of their lives was to educate themselves. And one of the classes they took was an art appreciation class. And by doing this art appreciation class, they found a love of art, and not only a love of art, they actually found that some of them were very good at art.
Got this message of, you know, you can be what you want to be. You know, even if you're born into working class mining family, they really tackle that idea of, you know, it shouldn't just be for posh people. That they say that a lot in the play. They're like, you know, it's not just posh people that can paint.
Class disappears if people want to learn. And I think that's ultimately what it is. And I know it's easy to say it's about bettering yourself, and I think learning is about bettering yourself, but it's just about being knowledgeable about the world so you can actually comment. And this is exactly what these people do, and I think that is timeless. It's still happening now.
I mean, I've been a writer-in-residence at Strangeways Prison, and that thing of you're basically trying to open doors for people who've spent their whole lives being told they're rubbish by their teachers, their parents, the police, whatever, and suddenly you say, well, just try this, and it makes them look at themselves just that bit differently, and in a sense, what was being offered by Mr. Lyons to this group of miners, the Ashington group, as they were known, it completely changed who they are. I mean, by the end of the play, they're arguing about art, and they're talking about, you know, artistic terms like bourgeois formalism, because they're acquainted with that. That is now their world. They're still working class lads, but that's their world now, and it's very interesting what happens to people when you offer something they're not used to.
I think theatre as well, not just any of the arts as a collective. It represents that. It's not just art as in painting and sculpture and stuff. It extends to the theatre as well. So if it means that people feel comfortable coming to the theatre to come and see this show because it is about working class people exploring their artistic side, then brilliant. I think that's, you know, we don't want the theatre to be an elitist thing either.
It's seeing honesty on stage, it's seeing real people they can relate and empathise with. And to see those people doing something good in their lives, having something alternative to work, something outside of work, I think that's what appeals to a lot of people.
It's a line that I say, the sheer purity of the piece that really sings out. That's a great quote. And I think that's it. It's just the absolute honesty of everybody.
The cast are amazing, and it's nice having, you know, a bunch of Northerners in a room. It's just a laugh. The whole thing is just a really good time.
Kevin Shaw, the director, runs a very creative but a very relaxed rehearsal room where people, you know, can flourish, really.
If you get the right people in the room, it's fun, and we're having fun up there, you know.
You don't feel a pressure. You feel the pressure of, you know, the pressure that you put on yourself and all that, but you don't feel. There isn't a sort of, oh God, I'm surrounded by these people who have so much more experience than me. There isn't any of that. Everyone is very open and it's all very free. So it's, yeah, so far it's a great experience.
I was absolutely blown away by it. I just thought it was a fantastic piece of writing. Like I say, very humorous, very warm, and I thought I'd always wanted to do the play. So as soon as I heard that Kevin was doing it, I was straight on him going, please let me do the play, Kevin.
If you've got an audience laughing, it brings everybody together, and then I think the more subtle points and the more poignant points hit home even more.
It's a very brave play, but it's a really enjoyable, accessible night out.